What's the issue with toilet paper, Chris?
What's happened?
Well, experts say...
An expert in toilet paper.
Well, an expert scientist, maybe desperate for researchers, looked into this, but has actually said we shouldn't use toilet paper. It's bad for our health and unhygienic. Now, I've been using toilet paper for 73 years, and I'm in pretty good health, right, you know. But what's interesting, the specialist says that the toilet paper does very little to keep people clean. It removes some poo and just moves the rest. Now, in fact, there is some truth in this, especially if you're a doctor when you're examining patients down there in an emergency situation where they haven't got time to tidy themselves up before they see the doctor. I've seen that in emergency departments when I've had to do a rectal examination. You see remains of fecal particles in the bottom end, especially in hairy men, because the hairs, right?
But you've painted a vivid picture.
But then also, we've all heard about skid marks.
Yeah.
Skid marks on your underwear, that's from fecal exterior to the anal canal. So it's so the solution, well, a bidet. But I mean, you know,
well, that's very fancy.
Not everyone's got the space for a bidet.
or can afford to put the bidet in now following this. Wet wipes. You can get flushable wet wipes. I don't know how flushable they are.
Well, you wanted something... I mean, certainly we're all talking about, you know, desperately trying to be more environmentally friendly. We were talking about it over there a moment ago. You know, sort of the last thing you want to be doing is flushing something down the loo that's not biodegradable. It's not going to completely disappear.
Oh, that's
it's
right.
going to clog up the sewers.
Yeah, it's got to be biodegradable. Well, another thing is, if you move your bowels every day, well, say in the morning, well, move your bowels and have a shower. Right?
Yeah, but sometimes the timing's not that.
No,
perfect.
it's not. But you know, in trying to get round this, you know, the Japanese, they've got high-tech toilets.
They've got it sussed, really. Haven't they?
You get a burst of water and then warm air to dry you. Now, the thing is, I want to give an important message here about wiping your bottom, and this is aimed at women who may be in particular prone to water infections, cystitis, urinary tract infections. Women who are prone to those water infections should wipe their bottom from front to back.
Well, that's how I always teach my children.
Yeah, from front to back. Because if you do it back to front and you're a woman, you're transferring bacteria from the anal region to the vulval region, where the urethra is, and easy access of the bugs like E. coli into your urinary tract.
So anyone watching now who's thinking, well, I think the way I've been doing it... No, I'm not talking about, you know, the last point that you just made, but the general toilet paper in, you know, whether or not we should be using that or finding some other way, is going to think, well, no, it's worked all right for me. And it's, you know, this is something else we've got to worry about now.
Exactly. I would say this is not to be worried about. As you say, it's another... I mean, we do this every week, don't we? We get these stories from the scientists, and most of the time we just sort of, you know, poo-poo them. Poo-poo them, sorry about that.
Very good.
Well, the author, Rose George, claimed that using toilet paper does very little to keep people clean, explaining that using toilet paper simply moves faeces, which is what you said, rather than removing it from the anus. I'm going to read this bit out now. This was fabulous when I read this morning. I find it rather baffling that millions of people are walking around with dirty anuses whilst thinking they are clean. Toilet paper moves, but doesn't remove it.
So look around you, millions of people.
I'm not looking at you. Every one of you in here.
You're just moving it around, guys. I'll be honest.
I don't know about you. I had a shower this morning.
You timed it perfectly.
but actually, just on a serious note, other than that final point you made, listen, let's take this with a pinch of salt.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I think one day, you know, bidets may be put into toilets as a routine measure, you know, in the long term.
All right, thank you, Chris.
Thanks very much.